If I push the right button, it's the red button that turns it off and on, not the trigger.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just start a little bit here.
And if we get to see something interesting out the side windows or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. We'll just get a few seconds of
yeah.
what we're doing here.
Now, what road are we on?
This is Queens Branch Road, which is off the West Evans Creek Road near the town of Road River. And it looks like we're heading pretty much due west.
Looks that way, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Well, boat trailer with no boat.
Log trucks put wrappers on there, huh?
I imagine they do, yeah. I don't see any bark in the roads. Maybe they're not hauling.
Yeah.
I had a very close call last time I was out in the upper Pleasant Creek. He was able to get over. He'd come around a corner and I was there. I went into the borrow pit and hugged the bank. He went by about 2 feet away, but I had to be off the road in order for him to get by me.
Get by you, huh?
And he was going very slow, so he was under control. There's a rock pit.
Yep, you want to go look at it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Too close to town.
Well,
Not the right
It's,
kind of rock.
no, oh no, that's an interesting rock. Looks like it's the same stuff that might be over in Grave Creek area. This is all metalliferous here. Could be mining. Either gold or maybe silver. I'm trying to remember, I've forgotten now what some of these mines were up here. One was an unusual one. I've forgotten. Isn't that funny how you forget stuff?
Tell me about it. Wait till you get older.
Yeah. Well, I just read it somewhere. I didn't actually write it or write about it. That's my excuse. That I didn't use the information. I just read about it. Look at those fall colors. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That's great. Forest Service, or BLM Road.
Yeah, this is mostly BLM.
Okay.
We go through some Siskiyou timber, I think is the other. Road's been graded recently.
It's in good shape. Yeah.
Yeah, especially for the climb. You can see where the graders worked right just recently.
Yeah, it can sure get washboardy.
Oh yeah, going up the hills.
Going up the hills, that's right. Yeah. Oh, there's a buried cable next to us here.
Yeah.
So something.
Well, there's a cell tower up at the top also.
Okay. It's probably bringing signal up or something.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. I've not been up here. Oh, it's steep. Yeah.
Side road. What do you think is back in there? What do you, they've been digging the holes for something,
Yeah.
and they were up above. That's mine tailings, though. I'm
Yes.
sure that is.
Yes, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we got away from the granite.
That just looks like red clay to me, but it's not clay.
It looks pretty clay-like, though, doesn't it? Yeah. Very old. It gets old and weathered, and the iron in the soil rusts, turns it red.
So it's been there a few years.
A long time, yeah. Long time. This just goes up and up. Wow.
Like I say, 3,000, I don't remember now. 3,900 feet or something gained.
Okay. I'm glad you're driving. It gives me a chance to look around a little here.
Lots of roads off.
Yeah, one up and one down.
Yeah,
Those
the
are
one
maybe-
down goes way down, according to the guy.
These may be, oh yeah, little haul roads maybe.
That way.
So this one's showing more of the,
Yeah, this
road.
doesn't have all the maps loaded.
no. But,
And
yeah.
we can, so you can see it a little better. Murphy Timber.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
They've had a cat go up there.
yeah, it's a fresh road.
Yes. So
It just goes up there to end.
they may want to pull some trees off there later. So they built a little access maybe.
Yeah. Little washout there.
Yes.
That's easy to miss.
Yeah. That was about a 10-foot drop down there.
Yeah.
Slumpage.
There's the cat that has been worked.
Yeah.
There's cat tracks
Yeah.
fairly fresh there.
Very fresh. Yeah. So this is Weyerhaeuser. Yeah. They're just opening up the road so they can work in here after fire season. I'll bet.
I would bet, yeah. Flag markers for something, huh?
Something was there, yeah. But
Well, look at how it needs to be thinned.
yeah. Yep. We need to.
And we're still in Weyerhaeuser.
Yep. It needs to have some money spent on it. I don't know if there's any return on the chips if they chip it up.
I don't know now. And it used to be money in chips.
let's see, we need to recenter you here somehow.
Oh.
There you are. Yeah, so we go up that one there.
That looks like it, huh?
There's 3.
3551.
Well, there's 3. There's 1, 2, 3, and we go in the middle one. No.
We go that one.
1. Yeah, we go in the middle one there.
Because
yeah,
that's this one.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we go in the middle one there.
Queens Creek Road.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's a fourth
There's
one
a
out there.
fourth one there.
Yeah, that one didn't show on our maps.
So that's pretty much where the gravel ends. There's a gate, but it hasn't been locked in a long time.
Right.
I'm careful about gates.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to end up behind a gate. And there was no signage that says gate will be closed at noon.
Right.
Or dark. Day use only. Right?
And we're in BLM land now.
Aha.
I think.
This is very cool being up here. Yeah, let's go back to a bigger view. I believe we are BLM, Josephine County. This is just very close to where we live, and it's wild.
Yep.
And not many people. And there could be mushrooms in the spring and the fall. And of course, deer hunting, bear hunting, if you wanted that, maybe grouse. There's mining, geology, and it's just right here.
Right in the back door.
Yeah.
And look at those. Water still in theirs.
Yeah. Was it muddy or clear?
Muddy.
Okay. So somebody's been up here today or recently.
We go that one.
We do, yes. 35,511. Okay. So that must be.
We're following the right track at least.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fun. I occasionally ran into bear poop on these roads.
Oh, yeah.
A little higher. And I lost my bear spray on one of my hikes out at Fort Rock.
Oh, no.
I went back and looked, but I didn't have the stamina left. I'd done a big loop.
And you didn't have the stamina to move the whole loop. Yeah.
I said, well, I'll go back next week, and then I never did. So
You gotta go to,
I'll go get another can of bear spray.
yeah.
I'll do that at, I guess Blackbird. I bought this at REI, but it was a little expensive. It's $65.
Good old REI. They get a bunch of money for run-of-the-mill stuff.
Yeah. I'll try our Blackbird or Sportsman, well, Warehouse next time.
I wonder if Weimar.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like them. Let's this?
I'm okay with this. Are you?
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. They've got some water bars in here.
Yep. Well,
I can do them up there for you. If you
I didn't have any cleaner.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. We're mostly in the shade. This doesn't get a lot of traffic, does it?
No, I think the other way coming in is the way, because the satellite view shows a cell phone tower up here.
Uh-huh. Oh, and you think, oh, it might be serviced from another road?
I think if there was a cell phone tower, this wouldn't be the road they would get the service trucks up.
That's maybe right, yeah. This must be water from the rain.
That's what I'm thinking.
We had just a little while back, yeah. Now I hear your fan come on. You doing okay on temperature?
Yeah, there.
Okay.
It's below where it normally is.
Okay. It's probably okay then. We're just asking it to do a little work here. Shut off.
Yep. So that's good news, because I know it's working.
Yeah. Yep.
Now to get a line through here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops. That was on your hitch, I think, in the back.
Yeah.
This is great.
Okay, so we're ready to go that way.
34:18 left, or 3 hours 18.
Yeah,
I think is what it says.
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Well, somebody really ran into their gate.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. In
God.
fact, I was going to say something and didn't.
Well,
Okay, let's go back to this.
okay. Well, we got everything.
I want to.
Well, that's good to know that that's the condition of that road.
Yeah.
And good to know that this road is here as an alternative.
See, that's the trail to go up to. Oh, there's the road that goes up to that other tower.
Right, and there's a chain across it
Yeah.
right there, so that'll keep people out up there. Uh-huh. Cool. That's cool.
I want to film that and this at the same time so that I can see whether there's a quality difference between the two.
Oh.
And I guess it really doesn't matter because there's the other. Okay,
There's a third one.
there's the third one. That's the one that I saw originally. Thought that.
Oh. This is an important communications hub right here. There's a lot going on up here. I wonder if this is maybe KSOR, the public radio station, and,
Oh, could be.
as well as cell towers. So that's the other road coming in. Okay,
Well,
right. It says
that's
something Reek Road.
right. That's
Queens
Creek Road, and that's if we had followed it.
Yeah, around this way.
But now this, see, this shows it. Oh, this ends. Queens Creek, the one I was thinking, is there.
Okay, it's a bigger loop. And we could go back that way or go this way down into Grants Pass, which is what you were talking about.
And why doesn't...
Okay.
I made a little... And I thought it... It's on my computer. Maybe I didn't save it.
Look at all those springs.
All over.
That'll be a moist canyon right there, won't it? All right.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know where that quarry is now.
Well, we'll see it, I'll bet.
Well, it's off of a side road, and I made a route to it, but it's not on here.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry for that.
That's okay. Maybe we'll spot it.
It's off of when we get down to Queens Creek.
Ah, okay. All right. So now we do a brake test.
Yeah.
Going downhill. Ah, this was a good run up there. That road was a challenge.
Yeah.
And boy, you did well on that, I thought. I saw some, what's it called? The serpentinite.
Oh, okay.
There at the landing. And I'm not seeing any here, but I know it's around the area here. That's an interesting rock that starts out as a heavy, dense basaltic material on the bottom of the ocean. Comes out in the mid-sea spreading area or ridge, and then it got munched up onto the side of the continent here, and it weathers into serpentinite.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes has quite a bit of chrome in it and other precious metals. And it weathers into this reddish soil.
Oh, it turned because of the chromium in it?
Well, or
Not chromium,
maybe iron or something. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I could see people coming up here on snow machines in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
If they had to service something here. This is a doable rise. That other one was kind of steep.
Oh, yeah. Well, it'd be interesting. This is about equal distance to Grants Pass.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting to see if it's equally downhill.
Right.
So we got to get down somehow.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. It's so cool that it's just right here. It's not an hour's drive somewhere. It's just in our backyard right here.
Yeah.
I've never been here, so very cool. Back in high range, or have you stayed in the low?
I'm in high range, but I'm just in first gear. And it's full-time four-wheel drive, so. I was surprised that little area where we spun out. I was surprised we did that because it's Positrack all four corners.
Oh, okay.
So the two front wheels had to be spinning at that.
Yeah. Maybe they were up against a rock.
Well, there was both of them against the rock trying to climb it up, and I didn't air out. I didn't air down any, so.
No.
I've got a little compressor and everything to air down. I never do it. I don't know. It's just, I'm fine with this ride. I don't need to make it smoother.
Yeah.
And I was fine with the traction coming up the hills as long as I had clear where it was real steep to get a little bit of speed up so that you don't lose momentum and spin out going up the hill. As long as it's not big rocks, I don't mind bouncing around a little bit. It's pretty steep coming down.
Yeah.
It's amazing tools like this nowadays. We wouldn't have gotten up here without that. We What road would have we taken?
Yeah.
A guess?
We would have driven them all eventually. Yeah. Oh, that brought us right there.
Well, I'm glad we didn't notice that little side road that you noticed that was real steep and not traveled, because that's the direction that we were supposed to go. But the other way was, the way we went was the better way.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was more of a goat trail. People have been staying off it.
Yeah. Oh, you can see. Well, maybe that's just black rock, huh? See how the rock's black?
Yeah. Yeah, that's got a look of... it's not serpentinite, but it's kind of a diorite, looks like, maybe. Almost a granodiorite, just doesn't have as much quartz as granite does. It's more of a black crystals of hornblende, I think they are. Maybe, or feldspar.
Yeah, it's real black, like granite, but real black, huh?
Yeah, yeah, they call it black granite if it's in big sheets and you're using it in your kitchen. It's actually a diorite, I think, or something like that. But it's all the same basic kind of rock.
Yeah.
Just a little different chemistry to it. And I never bothered to learn that stuff. That was too complicated for me, and some of the words were this long. German words, and just, oh, I couldn't get around the vocabulary.
Yeah.
I loved the geology class. I had to make a decision. Am I going to continue with biology, or am I going to go in here with Bill and become a geologist? I sort of wish I'd gone in with the geology.
That's where your interest is today.
Today it is, yeah.
But when you're young, it's hard to make decisions like that. You don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know later that I would absolutely not want to work for the government. And as a biologist, there just were not very many jobs. So I ended up getting out of the field and becoming a river guide.
Yeah.
Instead. But,
and you did well with that.
Yeah, I did okay. Dell and I talk about all the adventures we had. If we wanted to get rich, we'd go into some other line of work. We were into
pouring concrete.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we liked working outdoors, liked being independent, and I think I liked meeting the people. That was fun, and not. Some of them I'd see every year. They'd come back time and time again. But
what's that rock? Just rock?
Yes, it's more of that.
It's not as black.
Well, let's see. I've got the geology bedrock on mine. Let's see what it says here. For what we've got. There it is. Okay, so we're on this blue color, and this is waking up. These are, this has got to be tell us hardly anything. It's mafic and ultramafic rocks.
Oh,
It's plutonic rocks. So these are granodiorites in that kind of. It's a magma body that came up and probably fed a volcano. The volcano's all been eroded away, and so this has risen up to the surface and is
Right.
exposed in the surface now. Quite old. It's Jurassic, so that's 145 to 200 million years ago.
yeah.
Most mountains only last 2 million years. Even the volcanoes, you think of the biggest mountains, they're all eroded down to low hills in
Right.
2 million years. So get a lot of erosion. The higher the thing is, the mountain is, the more erosion takes place.
You can see that when you're flying in an airplane.
Ah.
What are we doing? We're on the wrong road.
Oh, we went that way. We're going back around, aren't we?
Yep.
Do you want to back up and go down to Grants Pass?
Well, but
This is not going to be.
this doesn't, but we're not going up.
No, we're going back down. It'll tie in right there.
And well, it'll tie in and then we go this way.
Yeah.
But
Why don't we turn around? It's only about 4,000 feet back there. Here's 1,000 foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5,000. So about a mile back. We were talking about stuff and not watching.
but we're following a good road. That's what.
Yeah. Yeah, the Queens Creek Road. Well, we'll just go see what that other one's like back there.
Well, I don't remember the other one. And this doesn't show a way out.
Yes, it does. It hooks in.
It hooks in with where we came up.
Yes.
But
right.
that's a rough road.
Um.
Oh, maybe it's below the rough road, do you think?
Yeah, I think.
No, this was all rough. All these little.
Oh, that was our rough road. Well, let's try this. I don't know. I'm a little confused.
I'm a little confused myself.
Yeah. So we'll go see what that other one's like. See some new country too. This thing really comes right up here. Stands all alone.
Oh yeah.
Not really surrounded by anything. Yeah. And of course, granite is pretty resistant to weathering. It tends to form the high ground
Right.
of the Sierra Nevadas, or the softer rock gets eroded away pretty quickly. And you doing okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
We got plenty of gas, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm just confused because I wasn't paying any attention to where we were going. I was just following the decent road.
Yeah.
And I was thinking I didn't see what made me look is I hadn't seen the road to go to the little pit.
Aha. Oh, right. And it's down further. Yeah. based on the color, I think it's the Applegate group. There's a big band of Applegate group, which are metamorphic rocks that they got squeezed by this magma. When the magma came up into it, it squeezed the existing rocks and heated it, and then the minerals tended to be embedded in the Applegate group rocks.
Oh, okay.
Rather than in the granites, so that they're around these knobs will be the mining areas, usually in the Applegate group rocks. This is some steep ground to be doing prospecting on.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys have legs like rugby players, I'll bet. Climbing up and down this.
I've always respected the guys that do run yarders, loggers, and climbing up and down those hills.
Oh my word, yes.
And dragging cables all around.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, in all weather.
Yeah. Easy to understand how you can get lost out here.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
You get down in that where it forks and everything else. Which fork did we come in on? Okay,
Yeah.
we came on this one. Now where did we go wrong? What's the road out?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there myself on the motorcycle. And that's before I had the Gaia GPS. I was using paper maps. So then I'd run along and try to find a signpost that I could interpret.
Right. That hadn't been shot up.
Yeah. Yeah. I got pretty good at... Okay, now here's our... Man, I don't think it exists. I mean, we're there, aren't we? It should be going right. Well, there it is. But I don't think we want to go that way either.
I don't think we want to go that way. Is that a road?
Yeah, that's a road. But I don't think it's open to us. So I don't think that's the way to go.
I think we go that way and come out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think...
Oh, I'll bet you we come out where the gravel ended when we made that decision.
Well, here's our 1, 2, or 3 right here. So it was up there where we went left. We'll come in on the right track there.
So this would have gone anyhow.
Yeah, that would have gone right up to where we were.
Because
okay.
I couldn't remember. I didn't remember. And boy, I'm messed up. I said I couldn't remember. I did not remember any side road taking off, period.
Right. Now that's it right there. It cuts back sharply. And you can see here, it cuts back sharply and goes around. So.
Yep. We don't need to go down there.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so either.
So we'll just follow the main road out.
Okay.
Gotta be the traffic.
Yeah. And if we go by that that big quarry that we saw on the way, well, we could stop there.
Right.
And get a picture or two, or decide not to.
Because this is definitely the road that they come in on.
Yeah.
And you know it has to come out someplace. figured out my microwave, what I'm going to do about the microwave.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. That was another chore that I did this morning.
Okay.
I'm going to go, I'm just going to stick with my microwave now, and when I do convection, I'll just have to turn it back on and turn it off, and turn it on, and do it manually to get it to cook for as long as I want it to cook.
Yeah, okay.
And then when I'm ready, if it gives out, I will buy the exact same one I have, which is right now you can't find them, but it could be the shortage. You look at Sharps and it doesn't say discontinued.
Okay.
So consequently, if I can't find that, I'm going to go with a built-in microwave.
Oh, you are? Okay.
The built-in microwaves are only 7.5 inches wide. I have a 30-inch opening.
Okay.
So I can, and the built-in ones come with a trim kit that goes around it, so I can offset it from the wall. The door would open, and the other thing is the built-in ones are only 13 inches deep. You don't have the big fan on the top and the light and the hood on the bottom.
Okay.
So I gain counter height.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
And it's always nice to have a better counter height.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So anyhow, that's what I decided. I looked at a couple, and and actually they're bigger, and the microwave is bigger. I don't know what 1.1 cubic foot versus 1.8 cubic feet.
Oh, that's pretty significant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you're probably right about the logistics problem right now.
Oh, I think so.
My sister just ordered a sofa from her store, local store, one just like that. Well, yes, they can get it, but it won't be here until probably January.
Oh, Jesus.
So they waited 6 months to get their new kitchen range. It just took longer than...
Well, I guess there's tremendous backlog at the Port of Long Beach.
Yeah.
And
yes, and there was a photo on my feed about container ships just stacked up with empty containers off China.
oh, because of the China.
They don't have the workers to get them unloaded, or...
Well, I was reading someplace that if one person comes down with COVID at these ports, the whole port shuts down.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, that's a little overreacting, I think.
Yeah. Well, and you don't know if it's the Chinese government or I don't know if their workers have unions or anything like that, but it's some government thing, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would think so. We need to make that stuff ourselves.
Yep.
Just don't know why all the production moved overseas.
Labor cost.
I suppose.
That was the original labor cost, and also things like Seattle and the cities, they think of big companies there as a money source.
Yeah.
So they put all sorts of taxes and head taxes and an employee tax and everything else.
Yeah.
And move out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
You look back in the 60s and 70s, International had a plant right downtown Emeryville, and they made the Emeryville cab over there.
Oh.
And the West Coaster, the International West Coaster. And Peterbilt had a plant in Newark. That was their home office. Was Newark down San Leandro way.
Yeah.
And the big plant there. And the taxes and the unions finally went on them out. They actually closed the plant and kept the offices there. And finally, they moved the offices out too. GM had a big plant. That's Tesla's plant now, and I guess he's moving out.
Yeah, he was going to Arizona, he said. Well, we make computer chips in Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of them, billions of dollars worth. But they can't hire enough people to run all their production.
Yeah.
They're hiring people that are still in school for the 2-year degrees. There's a landslide. Wow. Wow.
Look at over there.
Oh yeah. That might be a fire that was cut. I think.
Looks like a fire cut, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does.
At first I thought it was rock, but it's not because I can see the roads.
Yeah.
Now. Oh, okay. This is the joint where the other one that goes down into that valley ends.
And we get back on gravel here.
Oh, see.
Okay. We're doing good. Yeah, look at this rock.
Oops. I did the wrong gear.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to push sideways and I pushed north.
Yeah, let's go to... So we're coming into... Oh, this is interesting. Let's kind of stop here. This is a quarry. They actually took this away to build the base rock, it looks like. There's a little piece of this green here. Let's see what kind of rock that is. Click
There's
on it.
some there.
Nevadan intrusives. So this is Jurassic. Okay. This is quartz diorite, granodiorite, hornblende, biotite. So this is more like the granite. You might call this granite. It's pretty heavily weathered, isn't it?
What it reminds me of is Southern California's decomposed granite.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Same color,
Yeah.
and they run it through a little crusher. And
Yeah, sometimes it has real big crystals you can see in your hand. Lots of quartz. So
you can get out and look if you want.
Well, that's okay. I just wanted to kind of see it. I interpreted it over there as a landslide, but it's not. It's a quarry. They needed it for, well, I don't know that they would use it for base rock. Maybe they would crush it, like you said, and use it as topping.
Now they've hauled rock in, so it could have been topping at one time.
Yeah.
And they...
That's a neat stuff. I've not seen this up here.
The shrubs haven't grown over, so it's not real old.
No, it's not.
And
That's right.
And they wouldn't have quarried it just for fill on a cut someplace, would they? Maybe it's easier to quarry than some other stuff.
I think it's pretty easy because it's partly decomposed, but I don't think it holds up to the beating as good as this darker rock.
Right, but what I was thinking is if they had, when they built the road, if they had to had a slide or something there, they'd use it for fill, but they'd get they'd want to have more
shale type rock.
Right, I would think.
Would pack better. These tend to kind of roll. They don't. Well,
see, they've quarried here too.
Yeah, they did.
No, that's a different rock. Look at that.
This is more like the serpentinite. It has the shiny sort of green color. It's weathered. There's some dark stuff that might be more like chromite, but this is heavily weathered oceanic material here. So yeah, we left, if we go on this, we left that little patch. I'm sure we've come out the side back into this blue stuff, which is more the same age. It's all Jurassic. Yeah, just different. Well, this is great being able to follow along on the mapping.
Yeah. Now see, that road goes down into that valley.
Okay. Down in there would be. Yep. Sometimes the serpentinite is fibrous, and it'll get, besides the heavy metals, it'll have some asphalt fibers in it.
Oh.
And probably don't want to be drinking the water that's coming off this.
Coming off of it now.
No. In a pinch, yeah, go ahead. If you need, if you're starving, dying of thirst, I wouldn't want to drill a well on this stuff.
No, and have it as your house water. Huh?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Well, I'm like you. This is so close to home.
Yeah.
And it gets that wonderless need out of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
I enjoyed that road up. I don't need to do it again.
No. That was a good road to pop a tire on. There were some big angular chunks we were going over there. I was lifting my feet each time we got to them. Now we're going to get into something else just here in a few hundred yards. Oh, back at the intersection. Then we'll get into something that's Sexton Mountain terrain, so that's a little different. But it usually has a lot more serpentine in it. Slate, metamorphism, green schist. I don't know what these things are. Phyllite. But these are metamorphic rocks.
Right.
A little bit of conglomerate. Sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Phyllite, slate. Oh, there's a hole.
Yeah.
Glad you saw that one.
Well, and here's the intersection.
Pretty quick. Right here, yes.
We went up that way.
Oh, we did. Yes, we did. 35,511. I remember the sticker.
We went up that way.
Yep.
tired of that road being too steep.
Yeah.
Because the road we came down wasn't as steep.
No.
A little longer route, but got you down.
Yeah.
So that was the better of the roads, especially I think in the wintertime.
Oh, I do too.
To develop.
Still might have to go up the rough road if there were a snowdrift in the spring that you couldn't get across.
Because you're on the
north side there.
Right.
For the flatter road. But yeah.
Well, this road's developed enough that they would probably just bring a cat in and get rid of the snowdrifts.
I think so, yeah.
Because you're not going to get any kind of service truck up the road we went up in.
I wouldn't think so, no. Some of those will go pretty rugged places, but...
Yeah, but where I was thinking, not as the ruggedness, but where it was narrow, where we're getting brush scrapes.
Yes.
The truck wouldn't fit through there.
Right.
Without doing some clearing and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's the gate.
There it is, okay.
And there's nothing to attach it to on the other end.
Okay. Interesting. And here we continue that way, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So that just goes down there. Then it goes and ends there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go anywhere, but
No.
that
They're just logging access roads, probably.
private. See.
Mm-hmm. Timothy and his brother Timothy. Oh, they're both Timothy.
Timothy A and Timothy.
Yes.
No way. Tried to get down to the Oregon caves from down by what's the other town by Applegate?
Williams?
Williams.
I've been in that way on the motorcycle.
To go to the Oregon caves that way, huh?
Yes, I did.
No gates you can get through?
Yes, I had to go through a logging show.
Oh.
And they didn't have my end that I approached from with a guard, but on the other end, he was surprised to see me.
Oh.
You got through there okay, he said, huh? Yes. I timed it. They had one of these delimmer, the cutter delimmers.
Right.
And it was turning and stacking it right next to the road. So as he was cutting over here, I snuck by.
Oh.
I think he knew I was there, but he was working pretty swiftly. That was a good road. Quite a few bears in there. That was when I got the. I know I had just purchased the bear spray.
Oh.
And I was glad I had it.
got a video where he came across the bear. The mother, he was between the mother and the cub.
Oh gosh. He was walking?
And he was walking, and it was very interesting. It's a very interesting video. They both stared each other down, and she left, and she decided he wasn't a threat.
Okay.
He had to. Well, that is a big hole.
That's a big one, yeah.
He actually he had his rifle with him, and he had it up, and was rifle or pistol, I don't remember which, but
yeah,
he
was ready.
He had his firearm. They're getting ready to log or something in there.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I know. There it is.
I just gotta remember to, for some reason, my skin temperature is low or something, because when I touch, like touch pads, it doesn't always go. I've gotta
kind of fiddle with it a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes I shake too much, so I open up pages I shouldn't open up.
Isn't that frustrating?
Oh, God.
I know. Yes.
And I try to set it different, but the touch screen, and then I'm not touching it strong enough to know it. Crazy. Well, that was a nice trip.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure was.
And I'm just amazed that I found some place that you've never been.
Oh, I haven't been a lot of places. I had my...
Here's this quarry.
Yeah, we're coming up to it here. Yeah. That was an access at one time. Let me see where we are here. We're right on the edge of two different geologic areas. So this is a contact zone. Probably was a vein of something showing there on the surface.
Something brought them in there, huh?
Yep. Yeah, they spent some money there. Some digging.
I'm amazed the guy walked his cat all the way up here. See the tracks?
I do, yeah. Well, maybe he didn't have a big enough spot to unload it up there.
Where the guy could get turned around, huh?
I don't know, maybe.
I bet you right here is where they loaded it, unloaded it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, sure.
You can see where.
Yeah, he was jockeying there. Uh-huh.
And where is?
Yeah.
Well, it all just goes down in dead ends there.
Yeah, little spur road to get some of those trees off eventually.
Well, I said he's walked down here too, but
huh. Yeah, I did. Did you ever run this kind of stuff?
oh, at one time, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I took a job. I was living in Sonora, young kid. I took a job for God, I can't remember the name of the mill now. Jesus. Anyhow, I was a cat operator. And old cat had a little pony motor, and you started the pony motor, ran it till it got warm, and then you put it in gear to the motor of the big cat motor.
Yeah.
And you turned it over and you let it run so it got warm, and then finally you hit the throttles and closed the compression releases. Truck engines used to be that way.
Yeah.
The first logging truck I ever drove, one of the first trucks that I were around, had like 220s in them, 185s, 220s, and they had a handle down below the dash, and you'd pull that handle out, and that was a compression release.
Oh, okay.
And you'd crank it over and let it spin for a little bit, and then push it in, and hopefully it fired. Sometimes it didn't. Sometimes you'd pull it back out, and
he went up there.
oh, so he's working the area. Huh?
Yeah, I think so. So this just mechanically opened and closed the
Yeah,
something.
it had a lever on the front of the motor, on the Cummins motors, that actually worked a rod that went down the center of the head and
yeah.
held all of the valves open.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my word. Well, that was the state of the industry then.
Well, and it was, you had a series parallel switch, because the starters were 24 volt, and the truck was 12 volt. So you had this series parallel switch when you went to start it. The parallel switch kicked in so that the starter would work, and then would kick out and change the batteries back from series to parallel.
Yeah, that's interesting.
There's that little quarry.
There it is. And it looks like it's the. Well, let's look on our map here. See. Well.
Oh, they're running a crusher there.
Yeah.
Because there's a pile of the rock that they've rocked the road with.
Oh yeah. So this is.
Isn't it a crusher pile?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's kind of a sequential ridge of it there. So this is more like the metamorphic rock rather than the pale, the white granite stuff. This is the little more rugged surface rock that we're running on.
I kind of get a kick out of the way they close the quarry up.
Yeah.
Just build a big pile.
Yeah.
And
Pretty hard to vandalize that.
Yeah.
Nothing to shoot up.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed. I think he's going to build a house in there.
Yeah. Private property. I'll bet he is. Yeah. 'Cause
Because we're almost down.
this is paved.
Paved here. The
boy, that was pretty close to the end of pavement. You know, I don't think we were up there 8 miles.
neat old barn.